found a story. This is really crazy. Yeah. Oh, I found a good one right here. I found a Republican that defends children getting married. Yeah. Just like when Jimbo fucking Fisher, good old Jimbo, this damn, was 17 years old. Yeah, we know that piece of shit. Who married a 12-year-old girl. Yeah, that fucking piece of shit. Well, this dumbass takes the cake. Marrying off young children is A-okay with this Republican. Missouri Republican defends letting parents marry off 12-year-olds. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And another fucking wow. Yeah, okay.
Who's defending letting parents
turn up the
marry
11, Juice.
12-year-olds. Actually defending it.
He defends it.
Missouri State Senator.
Look at this fucking, look at this meathead.
This is, what the...
Look at this fucking meathead that think it's cool for 11 and 12-year-old children to get married. Yeah. What a fucking piece of work, huh? What is his name? He's a Missouri State Senator named Mike Moore, and he's a Republican. Oh, of course. Yeah. Oh, you can hear more about it. It's going to get good.
Defended the rights of parents to marry off children as young as 12 years old. Yes, pre-teens is who we're talking about here, but I'll let Mr. Moon defend his own position.
I've heard you talk about parents' rights to raise their kids how they want. In fact, I just double-checked. You voted no on making it illegal for kids to be married to adults at the age of 12 if they're...
Whoa, do you hear that? Oh, no. Your ears did not see you, ladies and gentlemen. Near to mine. You heard this. This fucking piece of shit, Mike Moon, think it's okay for little children as young as 12 years old. Yeah, young as 12-year-old teenager to be married to a fucking full-grown adult. This Senator, Mike Moon, is the fucking creepiest of the fucking creeps. Straight up. Wow.
Parents consented to it. You said actually that should be the law because it's the parents' right and the kids' right to decide what's best for them to be raped by an adult. Okay?
Do you know any kids who have been
with
married at age 12?
That was the law. You voted not to change it.
Do you know any kids who have been married?
Mike Moore, you need to shut the fuck up, bro. Because fucking children, teenagers cannot consent to fucking sex. They cannot consent to having sex, to being with a full-grown adult. You, sir, are a fucking creep. You, sir, are a fucking child growing. You should not be in army. You should be fucking terminated. You should be resign on the spot, my man.
At age 12?
I don't need to.
I do. And guess what? They're still married.
Gentlemen.
Shut up, Mr. Moon. It's just so ignorant and so pathetic. And it is rape. I don't care what law's on the books, even in Missouri.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about my movie. I mean, I said, Mr. Moon, so you're sitting there saying if a phone asks a girl want to have sex with a 12-year-old or 13 or even young as 12 or 11 years old, you can say, oh, it's okay. No, bro. Little children like that cannot fucking consent. It's in the law. Because because people that young, 12 years old, 13 years old, are still they're not fully developed. God, this guy fucking takes the cake. Stupidness and creepiness.
What on earth are you talking about? Well, I'll tell you. Moon made the remarks during a contentious debate over banning gender-affirming care for transgender minors, in which Democrats State Rep Peter Meredith, that's the voice you heard first, accused him of hypocrisy for supporting the bill despite positioning himself as a champion of parents' rights. You see, this stuff never adds up. It's incongruent, if you will. Most states do have, we should tell you, a minimum marriage age of 16, and advocacy groups have called for all states to set the minimum age to 18, with no exceptions. That's from Newsweek. It was in 2018 that Missouri passed a law raising its marriage age from 15 to a generous 16 that requires parental consent for older teenagers to marry. A bill that Moon said, it's too strict, opposed it at the time. So Moon's horror show comments prompted much reaction, if you will, from quote-unquote normal people out there, including Jess Piper, executive director for Blue Missouri and a nominee for state rep. The fact that Missouri Senator Mike Moon said that 12-year-old girls can be married off to adults just sickens me. My daughter is nearly 11 and still plays Barbies and her baby dolls. We're living in a hellscape in Missouri under a GOP supermajority. I think that's about right. It's a hellscape. If you have lawmakers who are spewing that and nobody's leaping over the next desk to tackle them and maybe put them in a straitjacket and say, we've got to deprogram you and whatever's going on here. Other Twitter users followed suit, displaying more common sense. The picture gets me too. It's like, is this some crass HBO type series that we're watching that's not really true? Well, no, it's true. And there you see the other comments, okay? The Missouri Senator, Mike Moon, he is an advocate for the marriage of 12-year-olds to adults. He says their marriages are long-lasting when they marry as children. I guess with no education or options, that makes sense, kind of like having a prisoner. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Dude, this guy's a real fucking piece of work. It really is. Think it's okay fucking for 12-year-olds to be married up to a full-grown adult? Come on. Dude, when you're growing up 11, 12 years old, I mean, come on, dude. When I was 11, 12 years old, I hardly even thought about having a girlfriend at the time. Yeah, I had a girlfriend, but it wasn't like, you know, like, it was just, you know, like, girlfriend, you know, it's like when you play house, you hold hands, you go to her house, you go to my house, you know, that's one of the things. Wasn't nothing like, you know, like 11, 12-year-old going behind the bed and having sex. No, because that's what the old thing, like, it's like the old adage, you know, you hold hands, you go study, you know, your boyfriend and girlfriend, that's what the thing is like that. You don't think about sexual shit like that. No way. This guy's a fucking real piece of work. The fucking creepiest of the creeps.
Another user posted this. What in the world was that? Senator Mike Moon proud of the fact that he voted to protect the ability of 12-year-olds to be married to adults. He spoke of someone he knew that married a 12-year-old and declared gleefully they're still married. Now, Jessica, first of all, I want him to name this couple. And not because I don't believe him. I actually think they may exist, sadly. But because we need to rescue this woman. We need to rescue the product of this marriage he speaks of, no matter how long ago the nuptials were performed.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, Mike Moon seems like a cartoon villain, especially with the mustache. It doesn't seem like a real person. The writers for the show of U.S. American politics it's really something rich, better than fiction. The only appropriate response that could have come from, do you know how many children got married at 12 years old? Do you know the number?
Yeah, it's like, what, overseas? I mean, there are children 12 years old in other countries that get married and go to the fucking brothel at the age of 12, young as 10 years old in another country. But this is the United States. I don't know where the hell is Mike Moon. Where did he live at? I mean, what retarded motherfucking gave birth to his dumb ass? I mean, and what city or what country was he fucking born in? Probably not here in the States. Like I said, yeah, there are other children in other countries that get married and go to the brothel at the age of 12 or even younger than that.
I was expecting, upon first watch, 0. That would have been acceptable and made me feel better. Not, they're still married. That makes me 10 times more concerned and disgusted that this law is real. And this is coming from the same party that's pushing the denial of abortion rights in their state. So not only can you be forced into a marriage...
Not only that, I mean, you got this real fucking piece of dirtbag. I mean, you got some states that are trying to ban, abolish and ban, transgender, like, activities and trying to ban, abortion, ban getting, abortion pill. But they want to make, like, this dirtbag wants to make it okay for children to be married off to adults, like in a brothel setting.
You can be forced to carry a child under the United Nations definition of what a human rights violation is for forced pregnancy. This situation would absolutely qualify. So that's terribly concerning about the state of our nation, and it's coming from a party of people who are talking a lot about where are manly men, what happened to manhood. It is not divinely masculine of you to want to manipulate someone into marrying you who can't consent and then force them to have your child? Is that what you think a manly man is about? You shouldn't have to force someone to do that. To me, masculinity would be about, leadership, strength, courage, making the people around you feel secure, not about forcing people to do things as a display of power because it's in your self-interest. That's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It is horrific. And Peter Meredith, for him to be the only one, that lawmaker who challenged him and took him to task, and then he had a chorus of people again saying, yeah, you. I think that the silence here.
I haven't done talking about this subject. I'm really pissed off even talking about this, and I have to go through this like that. But you know what? I had to do it because you know what? This is a real subject. You need to raise awareness. But did you see? Are you going to see a fellow cuck and splooger talk about this? Fuck no. Because already talking about this just makes me want to put my fist through a wall and smash my head through a window. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm out of here. My job. Peace out.